Whoa! Oh, I didn't
Oh,
see you do that, Justin. It was like
so
it's like a whole new you.
time to get serious. I gotta get shock
Oh
mode
man.
activated.
Welcome
Woo!
back, Hackstab Slash, to our
Let's
finny,
go.
fin adventures. We're doing another shark movie. This one, it's Justin's pick. And oh my god, what is it?
All right, we are getting
Oh,
through today. I picked 2026, brand new, picked Thrash. And the reason I picked it is I actually pivoted from a different movie because that one you had to pay for. And I had no clue about this movie. All I know is it literally just came out. So my expectations, I didn't even know the plot or anything. It just said there was a new Shaq movie. I thought it'd be good to watch it. So I don't even know what we're watching. So, what did you know about Thrash?
I knew very little about it, just like you. I do
Okay.
not watch the trailers when we go into new movies.
Yep.
I tried not to read any reviews or anything, but the second I sat down to watch this, both Kristen and Roman were watching this with me, and they looked at me and they were like, "Oh, this is really good. I've seen this like a dozen times." And I was like, "All right, do you want to write my review?"
Right. That's funny. They already saw it.
Kristen was like, "Roman probably could."
Actually, well, funny. Shout out Stephanie from work too, because she actually, I don't know if you heard me, she was talking to me the other day, and she said the same thing. She's like, "Oh my God, did you guys see that new movie that just came out?" And she's like, the one with the flood and everything. So she saw Thrash too and got pretty scared of it. So shout out her. And
Now,
I'm just
I know
sorry. Oh
while
yeah,
we're my bad. I know
yeah.
while we're releasing like a bunch of shark movies that we're trying to like pair them together as we release them. Um, do you know what would I feel like would go really, really good with this movie?
Oh, I 100% know what you're gonna say because that's probably
Is
one
it
of
Crawl?
that's kind of one of my main issues I had like loving this. We'll talk about it.
All right.
Uh yes, all right. Anyway, I'll kick this thing off for a little bit. We'll talk and then I'll switch it over to you. So basically, the movie starts. Like I said, I don't even know what it's about yet, but you see the thing. It says like since 1980, 250% increase in tropical storms and hurricane. But the deadliest risk is dot dot dot. Boom, we're shot into. So right away, you're like, all right, some storm's gonna hit. We're shot into South Carolina, and we see that it is 2 hours to storm, and we meet Dakota, and she's heading into town, the town that's expecting a Hurricane 5, and well, you see the whole town they're closing up. The neighbors are leaving, and she's walking to the store, and
Why
she
is she
starts to
going to
have
the store, Justin? What was her
because
excuse?
well, and you realize she hasn't even got out of the house or whatever, and she needed food, right? Well, she asked for something. What did she ask for?
She tries to call for a delivery. She goes, "Can I get a delivery?" And she's like, "I think I'm gonna eat something healthy today, maybe a cheeseburger."
That I was gonna say, I forgot what she asked for, but it was
And
a
they're like, "Nah,
cheeseburger.
we're closing. Like the whole town shut down. Like you need to come get this yourself." And she's
Yeah.
like, "You mean leave the house?"
So right away, you're like, what do you mean, like leave the house? And you realize she runs there. You see like Xanax, and her mom just recently died. So you see this girl is really struggling. We don't know how bad it is yet. And then we meet a few different town characters. And I'm honestly like at this point, I'm not sure who the main character is because it's switched around a lot. We meet Lisa, who is I just call her pregnant Lisa because she's pregnant. And also like, what are you doing around in town still? She's still in town. And then we see a handful of kids. You meet like three kids jumping into the
You
water
mean
there.
D, Ron, and Will? And I was like, "Oh my god, this is Justin and his kids."
Yeah, oh my God.
This
They're
is one
they're
thousand percent what you guys would do in the middle of a tropical
oh,
storm.
100%.
Your
They're
wife would
like
be like,
climbing
"Batten the
trees.
hatches, close the windows. Let's make sure we got supplies. The Jenny's going. Like we're gonna survive this, guys." And you'd be like, "Hey, boys, grab that rope swing over there."
Yeah, they are just having a blast, absolute blast. And we see like the storm is growing. We see Dakota's uncle, who is like a scientist tracking for, like with the weather team. He calls her and is basically like, "Hey, like, are you okay? Like, maybe I'll come and get you in a little bit, like, but stay there." And we're going back and forth for a little bit. We see that the shittiest foster dad in the whole entire world is with these three kids, and he is completely unprepared. Like, holy crap! You
He's
see,
not unprepared. Apparently, to him, dude, he is fully prepared. He says he's got like reinforced windows that he put in himself. He feeds these fucking kids sandwiches while he's got like mountains of steak and lobster and fucking filet mignon just chilling downstairs. And
yeah, him. Oh,
they're like obsessed over the amount of money they get from the government just to watch these little kids. And
it's
I
very
want to
easy to
punch these
hate.
guys in the
I
face so
like
bad.
was like this couple is like the worst couple in the whole entire world. And then we see Dakota loses power. As she loses power, we see Lisa is looking for shelter. And you hear like different news reports. They're also like in the background, they're saying like there's been a lot of reports of shock attacks. So you're kind of like they're feeding that into you a little bit. And then the storm surge hits, and oh my God, screw this. This thing just it plows like the water is flooding the whole entire town. And when I say it sweeps away this meat truck gets absolutely swept away. Lisa is in a car and she is flying. And this at the same time this is all happening, Dakota is running upstairs because her house is getting flooded. And when I say this meat truck, it's one of those giant trucks that the whole thing's full of meat. It like ends up going like sideways and crashes and it dumps out. And honestly, I'm like, this is really, really clever because it splits open and you see the meat and it looks like chum. From like the
Yeah,
view ahead, they do like an overhead and they see all the meat just going
dude,
into
it like
this.
floods the street with blood.
It looks crazy. And like I said, I got a couple more sentences and then I'll let you take over the fun part in a couple minutes. So it looks like it's flooding chum. And I wrote, this is super clever. And it starts going all the way down to the ocean, to the storm surge. You're like, this is not good at all. Lisa, she's trying to like, she gets stuck. She's trying to plow through, but she gets final destination stuck. When I tell you, she is pregnant. There is trees that
That's actually
smash
a really good
through her
analogy
car.
because that reminds me of the pregnant lady that gets stuck in the car.
100%. It reminded me of Final Destination 2, I think it
I
is.
believe it was too, yeah, during the highway crash.
Yeah, which is like my favorite scene ever. And like you said, she like can't move. So she is completely stuck like this. And you see like there's two other guys trying to help her. And they're like kind of like swimming around. They're trying to help her. The guy in the truck is like getting out and trying to help her. And we see one of the guys looks, I don't know if you watch wrestling or not, but one of the dude looks like Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn is out there and he's trying to help. And this dude, Jimmy, gets completely eaten by sharks. So now we got sharks entering the equations. I mean, he gets torn apart. The meat truck guy, he's in his meat truck. He is trying to open the door. This dude, these sharks in this movie, I'll tell you, we're
Dude,
like two.
the second he opens that door,
Yeah, he gets absolutely destroyed. And I'll kick it over to you in a second, but yeah, we got Dakota just watching from the window. So this movie just went from like 0 to 60. Just yeah, Sean, take it away.
like you said, dude, Dakota sees this entire attack happening from her window. She starts screaming to try and warm them. The meat truck guy, his name is Bob. He gets absolutely snatched up at a million miles an hour.
Dude.
Scott becomes fish food too. Jimmy's already long gone. And dude, I'm panicking right now for Lisa because all she can do is watch this water rise and scream for help. Then we get another cutscene and we see Dale is realizing how bad the storm actually is, and he wants to come up with a game plan to try and save his niece. And then we see the shitty foster parents, Rachel and Billy. They're going out and they're gonna try and make a break for his truck to get out of there because the snorkel should let them drive through this. And the sharks start attacking them, dude. They tear apart Rachel. Billy loses a hand. I mean, talk about literally biting the hand that feeds you. I am so glad this karma is coming for them because these foster parents
Seriously.
truly are nothing more than the villains you read about in Disney books.
hmm
You know what I mean?
Oh, I
These
was rooting
are,
for the Sharks so bad. I
oh,
was
yeah.
like, please get these. I could not even wait just
I,
till this couple gets killed.
I could not wait for them to get off screen and just see you later. Bon voyage. ASAP. We go
Yep.
back and we see Lisa and Dakota are still in this predicament because the waters are rising. Lisa is trapped, and Dakota needs to like muster up the courage to enter these shark infested waters to try and save her. Dakota does get 1 foot out the door, and my only set of notes for this whole scene is she's got worse balance than Justin falling into a postal pack.
Oof. It's happened a few
Because yeah,
times.
the second she steps out that window, dude, she instantly eats shit, hits a jeep, and then lands in the water. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yep.
this is Justin
Yep.
in a nutshell.
That was yeah.
Dakota does make it to the car though, and she cuts off a bunch of branches that I think could have just been snapped with a steak knife. Like
Oh,
I'm looking at this and I'm like, all right, maybe Dakota couldn't have broken these out of her way, but there is no reason why Scott and the other guy Jimmy couldn't have done
yeah.
this with their bare hands.
Yeah, I that's funny you said that because I kind of thought that. I didn't write that down, but I did kind of think that
Uh,
when I was watching.
and like I fully get like she's trapped in there, so obviously she has minimal mobility, so like nothing big has to be there to like keep her trapped.
Yeah.
But like, come on, dude, these are two grown ass men. You could have literally broken all of these off and out of the way and tried to get her out of there. Uh, we see Dale and Brian now. They pull up the water radar to see how badly this area is flooded. And I think it's Brian. It's like,
Mm.
yo, he's like, this is like Dakota's house, and it's almost fully submerged. Like you can't see anything on the streets. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, that's Nelly. And the two guys that they're with, like the news anchor guys, they're like, who's Nelly? And Dale snaps his head around. He's like a pregnant great white that we've been tracking for for nearly 20 years.
Oof.
Like, oh fuck, dude. So we
Oh,
got a
Nelly.
20-year-old shark that is going to be massive. It's pregnant, it's pissed off, and it's hungry. That is what, maybe 20 yards from Dakota's house. Like
From our
shit's
house.
about to get real. Now we also see we go back to the trio of siblings. I'm just gonna call them the trio because I don't want to say their name over and over and over and over.
No, so that's all I wrote. I wrote kids. I didn't even know their names.
A shark has made their way into the house, and just as this happens, we see a tree crashes into Dakota's house that I think is causing some good structural damage that could be detrimental to their survival later. Not to mention, it kind of looks like Lisa might be going into labor. Shit is just getting worse and worse because now Lisa is crowning. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, it looks like Dakota's going to faint because she's trying to look at like in
Yeah.
between Lisa's legs to see how
Yeah. She's
dilated
like,
she
get
is.
down there and look at me. She's like, huh? What am I looking at?
Yeah. She looks like she's hyperventilating. Like this, I hope she brought the Xanax with her in her pocket
For
because
real.
she's gonna need them right about now.
Oh.
And I legit love Dale in this entire movie. My man gets like minimal screen time throughout this whole thing,
Mhm.
but his pep talk with the news guys, so good. The news
Oh,
guy's
he's
like,
all
"Hey, this is completely safe, right?" And he basically says, "Like, nah, man." He's like, "This is a Category 5 storm. The electrical grid's down. There's no one coming to help. There's sharks on the loose. Of course, it's not fucking safe. Get in the boat or go swim home."
that was
And
pretty
that was like
amazing.
epic pep talk. I
That
would
was
have gotten the
great.
boat after that.
Yep, seriously. I'm like, I'm a
But
game.
but just when these siblings back at the house are starting to amp themselves up, dude, I started chanting this with them. They're amping themselves up with chanting "fuck Mr. Olson."
Dude,
And who pops
awesome.
up out of water with no hand? This piece of shit that won't die.
Oh,
And for like a split second, Justin, I'm like, all right, hopefully there's like some redemption arc for this man
I know. I
because
thought
he
there was gonna
looks
be
like a
two.
survivalist based off of all the guns and like the snorkel on his truck and all the
Yeah.
shit he's got around the house, the reinforced glass. Like maybe he finally snaps out of it, realizing like his wife's dead and these kids are gonna rely on him. I'm like, this would be very nice. We bounce back to Dakota and she's channeling her inner shark fighter. She's gonna go literally fight these sharks and come back with a boat. And she MacGyvers the shit out of everything and heads out for an adventure. Like she talks about vibrations. I tried so hard not to make a dirty joke on this scene because she's like, the sharks are attracted to vibration, so I need something that vibrates and takes batteries. And I was like, I'm not
Yes.
gonna say nothing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, good job. Good job.
But we do see back at this the trio, the siblings' house. Billy gets called out for being a bitch because he was basically going to abandon these kids and hop in that truck and fucking leave, and they all know it. He tries to spin some bullshit, and I laughed so hard at the scene because he's like, "Nah, I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, y'all really need to help me right now. I was gonna leave and go get you some help and come back, but y'all need to help me right now because I'm missing a hand." He's like, "They was trying to eat my ass." He's like, "Y'all need to get in that water and get me some help." And they're like,
Dude.
"Absolutely not." He's like, "Dude, sharks don't even like kids. They don't even like the way they taste or some shit. It's kind of like how dogs won't eat their own shit." And immediately, uh, Ron calls bullshit. He's like, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I think he calls him like the Whitehurst. He's like, the Whitehurst
Yeah.
dog took a big old dookie the other day and ate that shit right up. And as he starts fighting with Ron, I'm so proud of Dee because she like stands up and kicks this dude in the face. And the second he hits the water, he gets eaten up by these sharks real fast. And I'm like, thank God this happens because not only am I so glad to see Billy gone, but this gives Ron a fighting chance to swim into the basement and get supplies. And he barely makes it in the basement and out of the basement. I'm talking within inches of getting his like leg eaten off. And Justin, I want you to tell me about the waterbed in this next scene because God damn it, dude, Lisa is on a floating bed of heaven right now, ain't she?
Yeah, dude, this movie keeps raising the stakes so bad. But and also, like, thank God that dad died. Who says that? Like, oh, they don't like sharks, like jump in the
Yeah,
water?
they don't like
Like,
kids. You guys taste weird or something.
like that is absolutely insane. But Yeah. Anyway, so we see the water is rising absolutely insane in her house. We see the uncle and crew have the shock radar laptop, and the shocks are absolutely everywhere. They're getting even more. After the kids did get the, like Sean said, he ended up getting the dynamite sticks and stakes. Lisa is, my God, she is giving birth. And when I say she's like on this bed, like the water is all the way up to the second floor now. So like the
Yeah, talk
bed
about
is,
raising the stakes, right?
yeah, so like she is floating up to like the ceiling as the house just like started to collapse. Like, oh my God. And then she goes in the water, and then I'm like, oh my God. Like the baby, she actually gives birth. She's out in the water. She just gives birth. And then I'm like, wait, but the blood. She's outside. Like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm gonna pass out. I can't look. The sharks are out there. So she is outside now. She just gave birth. Like, what the hell is even happening? I literally wrote, this movie just went absolutely nuts because,
Dude, hey, before you
yeah,
like really get on this birthing scene, can we talk about Dale real quick
yeah. What do you
and
got?
how much I absolutely love this man?
Go for it.
They're on the boat and the news anchor is like, "Hey, why do you hunt sharks? Isn't the idea like you see sharks go the other way?" And he starts telling him, he was like, "I grew up along this river as a child." And he's like, "And the most fearsome creature we had was a hippopotamus." And he tells him this story about how when he was a child and he was down at the river trying to catch crawfish for dinner, that the hippopotamus showed up and it stopped dead in its tracks. And he's like, I saw fear in its eyes. And he was like, and it was a shark, and the shark ate it. And he's like, and I, you know what I mean? I didn't know what to
Mhm.
do. And he was like, from that day forward, like I've wanted to study sharks. And the news anchor dude has the balls to be like, after this long story, be like, so what happened after the shark ate it? Did you run back to your hut and get a spear? And he goes, no. I went back to my apartment, called the police, and ate a pizza because I don't live in a fucking jungle, you asshole.
That was amazing.
I died, bro. This might be the funniest scene I've ever
The-
seen in a shark movie.
we
Just
need
his
more.
reaction. Oh my
No,
god.
we need more of him. Like, can we have just like a spin-off where it's just like no, he was so
I just
awesome.
yeah, just give me his story front to back.
Yeah, like did you go back to your hut? Like he's in
Like
the middle of the Congo?
piece of shit.
Like you freaking asshole. Oh my
Calls him
God.
right out.
Oh my God. And then we go back to Lisa and mind you, she's out there like floating. Dude, she puts her baby on like a little piece of like the baby's floating and she literally says, "Wait, like mommy's just gonna go fight some fucking sharks." And I'm like,
Dude,
"What?
how
This
she definitely would have found extra room on that door for Jack because she's out there floating around like the Titanic. She got baby in one arm. She fucking
dude,
throat punching sharks.
she straight punches
Lisa
side. She like
Lisa is the
stabs it.
badass.
Like Dakota is paddling out over, and she shoots the freaking thing with the spear gun. I literally like actually laughed because this thing was like flying at Lisa. Like I can't even believe how chaotic this movie just went.
It gets
Absolutely
worse.
insane.
It gets
And then it gets
worse.
crazy. So what are the kids doing right now? They are making steak bombs. Like
And we're not talking about like number nines from D'Angelo's.
yeah, they are wrapping dynamite like in steaks and chucking them. And at the same time, all of a sudden, now the uncle is over there with Lisa and Dakota, and he is electrocuting friggin' sharks. And then we get a shark eating another shark. A shark's coming, and I'm talking like this is the
Dude, that was
giant.
Nelly. That was
Yeah,
Nelly. That was
Nelly.
the pregnant
Nelly
great white.
rolls up.
Oh,
This
those bull
thing,
sharks pissed her off.
dude. This shark eats the bull shark. And anyway, the three like the baby gets rescued, Lisa gets rescued, Dakota gets rescued. Back to the freaking
Dude,
dynamite. The steak
can you
dynamite
can
is
you make a
working.
promo of this when
Yeah.
Nelly eats that shark? Can you tie that into like the little what is it? Dave Chappelle when he's like, "Oh, you gotta be quicker than that,"
Oh yes, yes. Oh my
or
God,
like the
that'll be
"Gotcha, bitch."
gotcha, bit. Yeah, gotcha, bitch. Oh my God, that'll work so perfect. And then anyway, the steak dynamites. My God, these kids are throwing these things and then like hiding, and it works. Dude, it blows these sharks to shreds. There is just shark meat raining down everywhere. And then all of a sudden we see boom, storm's letting out. It's sunny. Kids get in the car. The three of them are driving away. The news reporter is doing the story on the boat. They're all sailing away happy, and it looks like just about it's gonna be a happy ending. But we kind of like see like another storm tracker, and we see there's like another giant storm forming,
Yeah,
and he's like
Greg the
looking at a
harbor
lap.
master's just like,
Yeah,
"Oh
and he
shit."
literally says like "fuck me," closes it. The end. Sean, give us some thoughts on Thrash.
All right, so I'm gonna be 100% honest about this whole movie, Justin, and you may or
Yeah.
may not agree with me. Okay,
Hmm. Yep.
This movie is actually stunning to watch. The sharks look great. The pacing is fantastic. The acting is surprisingly great. You know who to root for right from the beginning. You know who to hate. Hashtag fuck Billy. The intensity is there literally from start to finish. There's no real low points in this movie. I would 100% recommend this for Shark Week. And I'd also watch Thrash 2 if or when it ever gets made. This movie kept me. I started this movie at 1 o'clock in the morning, Justin. This
Yeah.
movie kept me entertained from start to finish. And for that, I'm going to keep this recap short and sweet. I'm going to give it a 7.6 and a must watch on Netflix for a shark horror movie.
Let's go. Wow. Okay. We're really close on this one. I almost don't even want to repeat my shit. So I wrote, this was a super solid shark movie. Surprisingly, I had
I was
no clue
blown
about
away.
this,
Like, I was like,
and
whoo.
I wrote there was actually like enough action, and like I wrote the pacing too. I wrote amazing pacing to have like a great time. Like, was it a little bit like predictable and generic? Yeah, but like it was a
Yeah.
fun time.
How many twists and turns can you really toss into
Yeah,
a shark
the
movie?
I guess the only problem I just had, and it's just more just a mental problem I had for it, like mental block, is it felt like Crawl so much to me. So I honestly, so I give this a 7.4 for, and it's a must watch for Shark Week, 100%. I just I wish if I didn't know Crawl was the thing, I probably would have given this even like an 8 for how much fun I thought it was. It like felt so much like Crawl to me. That was like the only hang up I was having when it's like it just bothered me because I was like I just seen this, but hell, I mean I still give it a 7.4.
When
Definitely
you
have to
say
watch
this
this.
felt so much like Crawl, Justin, I'm going to tell you right now, if I owned a drive-in movie theater and I was
Yeah.
going to show this as my premiere movie, do you know what my double feature would be?
You gotta put it with
Crawl
Crawl.
1000%,
Yeah.
because yes, it is different circumstances. Like in Crawl, you get the slow rising water and you get the alligator in the basement and shit like that. In this one, you get the fast rush of water and the bombardment of sharks, almost like bait. The only difference is
Yeah.
you're not with a group of people in a supermarket. You each have your own individual survival stories, which is a great way to switch it up too.
Oh, I was just
And
gonna say that. I
it's
think
just
that's really
so
that was
good.
re no, that's what was really cool too. And that's the thing I think helped a lot too because you're bouncing around. You build like there was what like three different characters, well,
Yeah.
three different people, like groups of people, and I thought that was really good bouncing it back. And
Because
like I said,
yeah, if you only gave us Ron D and the little one as a story, 90 minutes is way too long. If you only give us Dakota, 90 minutes is way too long. If you only give us Lisa, 90 minutes is way too long. But when you kind of made this its own, trio of stories and wrap them up in each other, like, bro, the kids and Dakota never meet each other.
yeah. So like I said, definitely watch Thrash. Super solid Shaq movie. You got any fun facts?
I do. This is a 5 on IMDb and a 45% on
Oh
Rotten
wow.
Tomatoes. And I think that comes with a lot of harsh critics going into
I,
Shark Week. And the fact that,
mhm.
sometimes movies take a minute to catch traction, especially with a niche like shark horror.
And let's be. I mean, we've seen at this point. We're almost becoming experts at shock horror. Who would have
Yeah.
thought? Didn't see that coming. But we watch so much. You gotta lower your expectations a little. Obviously, people are gonna take liberties with the shocks and stuff. Like you're not gonna like expect like a 100% movie that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like it's a fucking shark movie. Like let's lower the expectations a little. And this was definitely a
Like,
fun shark. Like
dude, Jaws excluded. If you go just the last since the millennium, since 2000,
yeah.
easily a top 5 shark movie.
Yep. And especially like, is it ridiculous that a woman gave birth and like put her baby floating and said, "Mommy's got to fight some fucking sharks," and then shot with spear guns
Dude,
and
that was
like
so
punches things?
badass though.
It's so badass. That's what I mean. It's just fun. Like, is that absolutely ridiculous and the dumbest thing ever? Yes, it is. But is it so much freaking fun? Just sit back, eat some damn popcorn, and watch some sharks. All right.
Yeah.
So we got a tagline: "If the flood doesn't kill you, dot 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 dot."
Billy will.
Yeah.
Get in that goddamn water and go get me
Yeah.
some help.
Yeah, they don't like kids.
Dude, when
Oh,
they were arguing in the kitchen and Ron's like the snorkel, like he has the idea of like, that's what you have it on your truck for. And they're both like, shut the fuck up, dumbass. Ain't no one
yeah.
going swimming in this. There's sharks in the water. What we gonna go snorkeling for, idiot? And he's like, no, he's like, on the truck. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, great idea, man.
Great
We're gonna
idea.
go take it and leave.
Oh my God.
All right, I got, although it takes place on the coastal town of South Carolina, the majority of this filming occurred in and around Melbourne, Australia.
Hell yeah, that was my next one. So I
Dude,
guess
Australia pumps
dude,
out some fucking
every single movie
fantastic.
we watch is just like
This
every
one, we're
single
gonna do dangerous animals tomorrow.
yeah.
Bait, like, oh,
Everything is Australian shark horror movie.
crush it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure even I think it was called the Reef.
Yep, that takes place out there.
Yeah, so anyway, we so this was originally planned for a theatric release, but the rights ended up getting sold to Netflix, so it ended up getting released on Netflix. So go check this out.
A purpose-built tank in a parking lot at Dockland Studio, which held approximately 2 million liters of water, was used to create the central town square. I do you know what I want to do when they film a movie like
What do you
this?
want to do?
I want to like go
Hmm.
to a movie set that has 2 million liters of water in a submerged town and then just go swim around in it.
No, I know. Anytime I read stuff like that, like I said, because we've done enough of these movies now, it always blows me away just trying to picture like what this must even look like.
All right,
That's
quick question. What do you think had more blood? This town or the elevator scene in Evil Dead Rise?
oh shit. Oh damn. Oh God, yeah, I know. That's a tough one. Um, so my next one is the director, Tommy Wirkola. You know what else this dude directed? Did you look that one up?
Oh, was it that? Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. The devil. Just tell me.
All right.
I had it written down too.
Dead Snow. So we
Dead
actually,
Snow.
yeah, so we actually covered. I think we must have did that during the winter horror week, so a month. So we've covered his other movies, and that's the last thing I got. So what else you got?
My last fun fact is actually a like goof up, and I love these. When Billy Olson is trying to get into his truck, he is shown to be struggling to get the key in the door. But when he's attacked by the shark, you can clearly see his keys in the ignition.
It's in it. Oh, don't.
And then when he dies at the end, they're on his belt.
Yeah, they're everywhere, man. This
Magical
guy,
teleporting keys. I love it.
love it, love it.
All right, Herc Stab Slash. Till next time,
Happy Shark
find
Week.
high ground. Later.
Yes, stay safe out there. Peace.